Welcome to Stories Untold. I am Pule Molebatsi. You are tuned into the home of good news. Thank you for choosing us as your source of information today. Our most vulnerable members of society is our women, children, and of course, the senior citizens. Today's story encompasses all of that. We follow the journey of Sindiswa Mabindisa, who runs a hospice that takes care of the elderly. Her experience as a child being sexually molested has made her even more conscious and sensitive of the needs of the elderly. Let's go straight into that story.
Sindiswa Mabindisa wears her scars like pearls. She has faced many challenges in the 3 decades of her life, and despite all that, she has continued to be steadfast in prayer. Hopeful about the future and above all else, taking care of the most vulnerable members of society sets her soul on fire.
Sindisa is a young woman from Tembisa. Yes, I was born and raised in Tembisa, both in Tembisa and in the Eastern Cape. I don't really have like a happy story because I grew up in a broken family, and then it was not a very good family for a child to grow up in, to experience the physical abuse, the emotional abuse, both from parents, from uncles and aunties. We were abandoned at a very young age, so we never got a chance to sit with our parents and really ask them what was happening, why did they do that. Yeah.
So the abandonment, how did it happen?
After there are many fights, I think because my mom has been asking for divorce, and then because of my dad, I think my dad was not allowing that. And then this other day, my mom, she called our grandmother in the Eastern Cape. I think she told her, I'm bringing these kids because I'm enough now. She packed our clothes. Then after that, she took us to, there's a place you passed by coming the side, it's called a village. And then it was Fage Basini, Lapo, Ipasakon Batu Sulinyembes, and then Nisayo Bios deliver in the Eastern Cape, and that was it. Cape was very hard because we were young. We had our young brother, Utogozani, who had leprosy, who was still in Napi. And then when we got to Eastern Cape, my older sister, Akona, she was 7, then I was 6. She had to fend for us. She had to do things for us. Our mom was expected to do those kind of things for us. You know, those hateful words our uncles used to say, the family, the things they used to say to us concerning our mom, not loving us. We were just stuck there with no dad visiting, no mother visiting, no one calling or checking up on us. It was just not okay. Back in 2006, and then after a long journey with my grandmother trying to get my dad into maintenance, then because my dad was not buying that story, so him and my stepmother decided to go down to Eastern Cape to fetch us. I remember my dad got there, it was very late, and then she told us, I remember we were crying, both me, my sister, and my younger brother, because as much as we didn't like life in the Eastern Cape, because we felt lonely and alone there, but we also didn't want to go with this dad that has abandoned us for so many years. I remember we woke up very early in the morning, we went to schools, we were attending, my dad took our remove and our reports, then we came to Johannesburg. And then we reunited with our mom. We heard that she was staying at Ivory Park, and then my sister went and stayed with our mother. Myself and my younger brother, we stayed with my dad. And then, so a few months down the line, then baba ni tavern, a mini tavern inside the house. So my stepmother told me I should, whenever I cook, I should make enough food for everyone, because mostly the people that used to come and buy alcohol in the house, so most of those people, they were men, of course. So and then it continued, and then it got to a point where my stepmother refused when these men left. Then she would say, it's not safe for them to go. So she would tell me, whenever I prepare our sleeping place, I should make it enough for everyone. And then, so yeah, that's how it started, the molestation. And then I used to tell my dad, I remember I used to tell him that I feel like a prostitute because now I cook for these older men and then we share my sleeping place.
This was not the only abuse she has suffered.
It also happened back in the Eastern Cape. Even though that time I didn't know what was happening, because yes, there's an old lady who stayed not far from my home. So she used to call me whenever there's no one at her home. She would call me and then would sit there, and then she would penetrate me with her fingers.
Sindiswa was tasked with taking care of her younger brother who had leprosy, a chronic curable infectious disease mainly causing skin lesions and nerve damage.
It was very much difficult raising a child because we were also kids as well. And then Tozani had leprosy. We had to wash ama napkin work. Other days it would be raining, other days it would be very much cold. And then most of the time we're not allowed to go to play because we had to look after our Togozani. I've never felt like a child because we were never given a chance or a platform to be kids. Because at a younger age we had to look after our younger brother. We had to do things in the house that were supposed to be done by abantu abadala. We had to learn to cook at a younger age. We had to learn to do things that were expected to be done abantu abadala, doing our laundry at that age, learning ukaina, those kind of things, not being given the chance to go and play just for being beaten.
Thokozani was not the only member of the family Sindiswa had to take care of.
In 2008, my mom fell sick. I remember I had visited my family in the Katle home, my aunties, in June. Then when I came back for July, and then my mom was in bed lying there, she was sick. I asked her, Mama, why you lele? And then my sister said, Mama, we are cool. Then I asked her, what is it? Then I connect to William 17. Then I got right. And then from there, she couldn't talk, she couldn't walk, she couldn't do anything. So we had to help her with cleaning her. We had to help her because she couldn't talk, she couldn't say, "Nifuna get toilet, nifuna ukwenza." We're just hearing a smell, okay, now something has happened.
At age 18, Sindiswa found her purpose.
It started in 2010. I remember I had visited in Eastern Cape, and then when I got there, I heard there's a young lady but so they were saying she was sick. Then I asked to go born. Then when I got there, she was very much sick, and then she was not clean. Then I asked to Tembisa. Then it started there. And then same year, 2010, I visited my cousins at Cape Town. When I got there, their cousin Nomeki was sick. And then still, I went in Tembisa, then would go to a clinic. Then that's how it started. I think I see me in most of them because they are abandoned, they are vulnerable, they are hungry, some of them, they are molested.
The beauty of life is that everything has pros and cons. Though Sindiswa might not be well received in other families, to some, she's the greatest blessing, and her sister, Sindiswa Mabindisa, takes us down memory lane.
There was a new mama. Loya mama ye benino gamba nayo kuya before igula too much because mama kwana was not too koko like that, but begebe to stroke. So mama kwana iside like lonke bengasebenza and behlala nendoda yakhe nabazukulu babo boyi2 umntwana kho intombazana umama walabantwana wahamba one day and zangabuyi. So usindile ke lokho yomcheck until wagula too much wala lesibhedlela. We-one lo tata lo nalo koko lo. Only to find out futhi later on seke gula serious ukuthi lo tata lo ihope yakhe usindi. Akekho umuntu bekhabantu family akunamuntu. Even umntana wakhe didn't even know ukuthi mama yakhe ushonile.
There is a South African proverb that says umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, and Thabo Radebe bears testimony to that. Through him, the Mudisanyani and Kosi families who needed assistance with their elderly members met Sindiswa.
Ukuze ngibathole abogogo ngisebenza ngaphansi kwe-ownership kakhansela. So councillor told me ukuthi kunabogogo abanenkinga, so I have to ukuthi ngibathende. Then ngibathende ngathola ukuthi I have to ukuthi ngiconsult in a clinic to find out ukuthi clinic bathi abasakwenzi lokho ukugeza abogogo nani just because they have abanawo ama-resources. But ngenhlanhla ke la ngisebenza khona ngisebenza ise-CLO, sisebenza sithu nje ngama-CLO. Sitheme sidiscussa ubaba lo munye ngisebenza naye ukuthi isibongo sakhe akasithathe, and then wangireferela chief social work officer i-chief executive officer yangireferela ku-Sindiswa.
Taking care of the elderly is no easy task, especially for these men.
First day okufika kwakhe ngahluleka ukuzibamba ngakhala inyembezi makathi uzongihelpa mahala. Azange kube right. Kwakubuhlungu kakhulu but kwakujabula futhi at the same time. After le struggling enginaso ngoba each and every day mele ngivuke ngiyocabanga ukuthi ubani engiyomhlupha without any cent ukuthi ahambe ayolungisa umama and stuff. While abantu balana bazikahle ukuthi unomntwana intombazana ikumele ngabe take care of yena and akayingeni lento leyo. It's so difficult ukuthi uhambe uyo approach umuntu umcelele into ngoba first thing uzokubuza yena ukuthi kanti uphi udadewenu. Sis, it's very difficult. It's very difficult because even Christmas umama akayidlanga kamnandi. Ngilahlekelwa ama-contact waka-Sindiswa. Uye umuntu benginokumthinta sometimes ukuthi ezazonginceda mangabe mhlambe kumele ageze umama, change umama into ezinjalo. Then khona umunye usesi wangapha eduzane nje. Uye usually naye so bekashonelwe naye wahamba wayesifeni. Ngisale kunzima kakhulu sisi.
Nkgono Emeli Mudisenyane is another elderly person Sindiswa takes care of.
A re thusitse ka gore like o khona mo tlhapisa like makokona sa batle go tlhapa like no tshwanetse a tshwanetse a tlhape no ba difficult re mo convince o ra tlhape no ba difficult wa lwana no Sindiswa o ile a thusa ka re like o ile a re no mafitla khona mo convince plus makoka ke motho ratang go icocela ba qoqele ka ditori tsa di-kitchening. No Sindiswa was very patient a mo mamela like jwalo batliga. That is why a khona mo tlhapisa ka re batho ba bang makoko difficult.
Vusi and Temba reluctantly considered taking their loved ones to old age facilities, but Sindiswa was their saving grace.
Ne re batla misa ko home vele ra batla misa ko home ka re like before to tla bo Sindiswa ke le ka nagana no na le home mo Tembisa ka kwa ko Sotlwana ne se ke plana re tshwanetse ke ye ko home ke lo bua ke lo ba botsa ko home like kanti unfortunately that home itlokwala.
In a way yokuthi izolo bengifonela bengifonela ubhuti wami ngifuna ukumtshela ukuthi yazi ngicabanga ukuthatha umama ngumnikise home because ayikho into engizoyenza mina manje sekunzima. In a way yokuthi yabona ukuthi sekumele ukuthi ngibambe umama ngumgeze ngenzeni angengikhona angeke nje nomthetho angicabanga ukuthi noma ngingaye police station ngithi ngiyocela ukuthi imvumo yokuthi ngigeze umama bangangivumela.
When Sindiswa informed her sister Akona about her lifeline, she never took her seriously.
Ngathi yazenzakalela nje esithubeni because Sindi umntana othandela ukudlala. Even ethi sakhona mfuna uqala ugogo in or sakhona mhlamba ugogo. I thought she was bored, honestly. I was like the minute boreke yonke lento ayenzayo uzoyeka. By now futhi uzabe sekudala wakhohlwa but ndiyambona ukuthi no serious uyayithanda into ayenzayo.
When I get to work, normally, when I get there, I know to go kunolile, so I would ask whoever that's in the house, because I don't really go nyobaketisa when there's no one in the house. Whenever I get there to the house, then I ask whoever that's in the house to prepare amanzi, or I prepare myself amanzi ogumgezisa. Then after that, of course, we pray together, because that's the only thing that I know better. Then we pray together, and after praying, then I bath ugogo. And then because I also have grannies who doesn't have ama pampas, we use ama nappies, then I would change those. Then after that, take out the poo, then soak them, put them outside. Then I would bath ugogo. Sometimes maybe uchamile, then kumanzizi ngubo, I'll need to wash those after. Yes, sometimes you find that ugogo, she's hungry, there's nothing to eat in the house. If maybe I have money, I buy kota, we share together. Sometimes if I don't, I normally buy them Imovite. Then I'll prepare Imovite, then gogo eats.
What does it mean to you? Ukunakekela labantu labo?
It means everything to me. It means me. It means me saying to God, thank you for my life, for where I have been and for where you have taken me. Because each time I get to work, I see a dirty gogo. It reminds me of the younger me, the younger brother that we used to take care of. And then, yeah.
We are offered by some clinic, because sometimes no phone, like Nana Sateta on regular basis is. Nimbuzo phela siyazindenda bana emergency ngithi ndiyohlamba ugogo namthanga ngakho right ndimse esibhedlela so you know ama public hospitals ngeke khona ngoko but kune possibility yokuthi 12 o'clock namhlanje bazobe attend nokusi attend so kunokuba nama cases anjalo.
A gift from a good Samaritan makes the world of difference.
I did somatology. Then one of the listeners, kuma interviews, Mr. Ahmed Akub, heard my story, and then he paid for my fees. I told him I want you to do somatology so that you can be able to massage abogoko, help them with massage, or also maybe make money for myself so that I can do nails and do people massage.
However, the unemployed Sindiswa is not making money from her somatology qualification. That's why she's assisting the elderly pro bono.
I don't have the izinto zakhona manje like beds, oils, towels and all of those things. I'm still focusing solely on elderly people.
Gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgiving, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. Here are thank you messages from people who benefited from her generosity.
Funa babheka abantu abagulayo nje ongithola nami wangithola sekliniki wathola uthemba phinde wabuya futhi.
Ufila njani because uthemba umfana ezinye izinto akakwazi ukuzenza so ubukhona bukasindiswa busho ukuthini kuwena
Ukhulu njengoba bekayekhaya nje ngihlupheka
so
sizosacela omama bangapha next door ukuthi bazongikhipha ikhampasi bangisuke.
So ungathanda ukuthini wena kusindiswa?
Akekho nje ngamanje lo mntwana ngikhuluma naye lo isithu ngingathanda ukumbonga kakhulu. Uyafika ngesinye isikhathi ukuthi hey angifuni ukuphathwa yabona athi gogo ngiyongibambe kakhulu namhlanje athi umnandi ngokubona futhi kusasa yakhe.
Ngumushe lokukhulu kakhulu sesi njengoba bomuyizile nogogo athi yazi une patient kusumuntu okungukuthi kufuneka ukuthi nilwe or mhlambe abe harsh kuwe because of uzokunceda uyak-understand ukuthi ugogo naye akafuna ukuhlukana naye uhlala ngibuza uphi kanti untombazana Sindiswa ngumushela the best. I wish ngathi angaphumelela kulomsebenzi wakhe.
Ke a leboga ko Sindiswa ka re go ska ba nkgono wa ka fela a phete a thuse bonkgono ba bang le hore le modimo a motlhonolofatse. Sindiswa is doing a great job.
Fisela nje ukuthi athole into ayifunayo hospice yakhe ezekusho ukuba ne-hospice and then akhona ukuthi anakekele ugogo the way yena efuna ngakhona.
For all the good works she does, what would Sindiswa like for herself?
My wish for myself, it's that I get a chance to heal, to heal from this horrible story.
Despite the challenges she faces, she's determined to make her work a success.
if I can get a facility, a place of my own, so that I can accommodate these grannies, bahlale khona, ngibasizele khona, because this door-to-door that I'm doing, it's difficult. It's getting more and more difficult because these grannies, they stay far apart. And also, I'm a condition where they are different. So me birthing them, it's different because they have different conditions. And also the weather sometimes young disturb, because whenever it's raining, I can't because I'm working. I don't have e-transport. So, and I get very bad treatments from the houses. So if I were to have a facility, a place of my own, where I know then they're getting the treatment, the love that I want to give to them, I would really appreciate that.
It is indeed your stories that make us who we are. So please go on and share those stories of ordinary Africans who do extraordinary things with us. Who knows, you could be the next one that we follow for the next few days to share the incredible work that you do. As Stories Untold, we are always here to share positive news of Africans. From myself, Pulemo Lebati, and the rest of the team that makes it all possible. Goodbye.